Here should be live. Check the gain on my microphone. Check the gain on my microphone. Can you hear me? Yeah, my system is like dropping the gain. I think it's this is JavaScript. It's actually available for everyone on my website. So it's just basic, like I guess in Python you can do a more complicated version, but this is a more basic front-end JavaScript only. JavaScript only. JavaScript only. Right. Yeah, I'm streaming all the development on YouTube. Yeah, sure. Let me see. Where's my? Oh, too many things open at once. It's crazy. I'm not the only one. Well, we'll mute you for a sec. Just have some conspiracy theories. The world is collapsing and stuff. So not going there. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Testing basic web applications. Check the stream. Some conspiracy. What's your favorite conspiracy theory? That's a rhetorical question. We're not gonna discuss that for sure. Let me check a few things. So probably not gonna stream for long as well. But yeah, we're doing development. Everything we do is eventually on BioniChaos.com. Someone was asking about music. Yeah, we have this music generation using hand gestures thingy that we probably can get up and running if you wish. If you wish. No, I can't show it in my camera, in the virtual camera feed. You can show it on the side, which you can see on the YouTube stream. What's going on? That's the only one we don't have. We are on Blue Sky, Twitter, Reddit, Facebook. We are on, well, LinkedIn, obviously. Discord. Discord is pretty good. Encrypted, encrypted. Everything is encrypted. Let's try adding someone else, see if we can negotiate. Oh, we had someone before who was more interested. Well, there is computational theorist and there is computational theorist. What you are computing makes a big difference. Compute the computations like a circuit. It's like what's called recursive thingy. Ooh. Hybrid, AI, human hybrid. Where's my stream? So I'm streaming development of this on YouTube. And let's check the stream. Yeah, there will be lots of videos. I already made like quite a few videos on this one. So probably right, so it's running, it's available on my website, yeah. But if you start like conspiracies about it, it will block you. Man, we are losing the crowd. We are losing the crowd. Okay, how about we let this guy talk? Okay. You're saying I'm a robot? No, we're just talking English for like 20 seconds. It's like, are you speaking English? Uh, model fail. Oh, no. Yeah, as soon as you start talking, man, we're losing the crowd. I don't know. Well, that's just what happened right now. It's not. I would not be turning it into a tier, into a cabal, whatever. But it just happened once or twice. So it's not the sampling. The sampling size is pretty low. Everything you talk about, the data set is very low. It's or non-existent. It's like whatever n of one data point that you seem to base all your theories on. Oh, I heard this thing and this and that. Well, so far everything you say is based on either no data points or oh yeah. Man, I don't even know a theory. Show me, show me, show me. Don't tell me, don't tell me, show me. No, so you see, there's nothing. You can't show anything. You have to. Right. That's called EEG. Yeah. Yeah, no, so yeah, keep going on that one. Well, how do you measure how do you measure the consciousness level? Like you can sedate. No, that's bull. You can administer like drugs with it. Like who did? Penrose. Did he win? Was it for that? Are you sure you read it correctly? Right now, okay. Now you're closer to yeah. So anesthesiologist, yeah. Wait, am I still? Okay, look. You mean non-linear? So, so why are we talking about it? Like, if you can't measure it, you can't prove it, you can't test it, you can't use it. So, so it exists in like a parallel universe. Well, if you can test it, you have to measure something. Right. Wait a sec. yeah, yeah. So we're developing this website. Go check out BioniChaos.com. Everything we do is available on this site. We probably won't be doing development today. We're still testing a few things. Testing, lots of testing. So if you have any questions about the website, do let us know. We'll probably just turn them into prompts for future development. That's the website link. Let me know if you wanted to jump into any of those applications. Currently we're testing that real-time amplification microscope thing. It's surprisingly working pretty well. People can't actually believe it's working, but it's doing pretty good. Let me know if you tried it out. I'll share the link for this one specifically. The link address. Yeah, what's called face blood. Yes, it's actually measuring your blood pulsating through the camera. How good is that? Sometimes it doesn't. It does even work sometimes. You have to still sit still, control the light in the room. What else? What else? Let's see if it's working now. It should be showing me 67, 68. Let's see if I still sit still. Can't even pronounce sit still. 63. 70, and my smartwatch showing 69, so close enough. Close enough. What else should we jump into? What else shall we jump into? Any requests? More than welcome. You can try any of it yourself as well. Sorry, I had to mute someone. Had to mute someone. And my microphone is playing up. It keeps putting it to, like, reducing the gain. What was the question? I did check the link. Could you explain which are the libraries you are using on this FaceBlood webcam tool? The webcam tool. Which libraries? Good question. You can see the source code on the page. You can tell me. How about you check the source code on the page and tell me what libraries are being used? Will be some basic stuff. It's all happening in JavaScript, so it's all front end Just some very basic libraries. Very basic libraries. Wait, my settings. Settings. So let me know if you check the website, if you have any specific questions, do let me know. Do let me know, do let me know. Is there a backend? No, there is no backend. It's all happening in JavaScript. Great question. We used to do things with backends. If you look at some of the older tools, they might have a backend, but the new ones are front end only, no backend. Front end only, no backend. No backend. And we are live streaming all the development. So there should be videos of me actually developing this tool. If you go into the live streams a couple weeks, last week, I think. Last thing, yeah, that's only JS. Very amazing. Very amazing. Very amazing. Very amazing. Yeah, we're doing all the development live on YouTube of these things, so you should see videos for each tool on the website. There will be a video developing it live, so it will be a live session. Some of it will be chopped up into smaller videos if there's something standalone interesting, but the stream should just have it all. The stream should just have it all. So let me know if you wanted to jump into any of the other tools. This one was a recent addition as well. There should be videos on this. There should be videos of me developing it, me talking to AI talking about it, like to itself or to me, or two AIs talking. All the combinations. All the combinations are there. All the combinations are there. Just play this as a demo. Maybe a bit slower. Maybe a bit slower. Maybe a bit slower. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I was in mute. I was talking to someone else, but no, yeah, let me know. I didn't even know. Sometimes it doesn't tell me how many views. Like sometimes it just drops to, yeah, there's like a delay. But yeah, I'm happy to jump. We have a lot of optical illusions on the page. We can jump into any of those as well. They're good. Optical illusions are good because you can test LLMs. You can test how well they can code. I don't know if an LLM, obviously it's an open question, if an LLM can make its own optical illusion, like create a new one, one that doesn't exist. I'm sure it can, but I mean, made the versions of optical illusions. So they will be like essentially unique in a sense. Yeah, we have advanced EEG generators that are quite popular. This one doesn't fit the screen, so you have to go like 50% of the screen or something, and yes, you can change pretty much everything under the sun. There's more controls to it as well. More controls, more controls, more controls, more controls. I'll make myself smaller. Yeah, this one just runs a demo mode. That one runs a demo mode. This one runs a demo mode. Okay, everything we do is eventually available on this website, BioniChaos.com. Go check it out, provide your feedback. Otherwise, we'll be getting feedback from robots, which is not ideal. Ideally, it's designed for humans, but we have no choice. Robots it is. Robots it is. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions about the website. Or if you tried the signal amplification microscope yourself and you have any suggestions as to how to improve it, they're more than welcome. More than welcome. Okay, I actually have a question. Not a question. Not a question, just a comment, which could tell me a bit more about your goal and your educational background. Oh, big questions, big questions. Big questions are coming. Trying to stay like focused on the content itself. So this is what we have been doing in the last 2.5 years. It will be 3 years in January. There's a lot of stuff. Some of this prototype is developing with AI mostly. Most of it is developed with AI. This one I'm testing right now is the more recent edition. Kind of works. Probably needs more improvement, but I don't know how to improve it. So I don't have any good prompts. Maybe if you check the tool, you will have a good prompt. Otherwise, we're taking like physics simulations, turning them into web applications. So essentially gamifying biomedical data, that's the goal. Gamifying biomedical data is the goal. Gamifying biomedical data is the goal. I mean, this is not biomedical per se, but but it's physics, which in turn can be biomedical, which in turn can be everything. But you can choose your number of vectors, select your speed. It will try to replicate your drawing. It will try to replicate your drawing. So see how many vectors you need to do it. Obviously for a simple drawing, you can get away with less vectors. 10 in this case. You can see how the things rotate on the screen. So it's just the vectors rotating. So it's essentially a good example of how FFT works without the maths. And FFT is used for biomedical data processing. So it is biomedical related. Well, I guess everything is biomedical related because you're looking at something on the screen, using your eyes. That's biomedical. Using your hand to control your mouse. That's biomedical. In this case, you can do drawing by using both. Don't know what that is. Does anyone know? Does anyone know what this is? Nothing. It's nothing. Just random. Random. It's hard for humans to generate random stuff. Could you tell more about your goal and your educational background? Well, I got a PhD in biomedical engineering. So that's my background. That's my background. I was working on cochlear implants, and then using a cochlear implant to monitor epileptic seizures in epilepsy patients. Wait a sec. Someone is asking why the BPM is so low, whatever. So the signal quality is mostly poor. So you need to actually stop moving. You need to control the light in the room, stop moving and stuff like that. Then you can get a correct measurement. So currently my smartwatch is showing 60, 62. So let's see if we can reproduce that. Yeah, so it's locking up on 62, 63 if I don't move. So that's good. That's close enough. My watch is showing whatever 65. My watch is also fluctuating quite a bit. Yeah, you probably need to compare it to a chest strap ECG for better recordings. Better recordings. Signal quality. That's what we are all about. Signal quality. Was Yeah, so only compare it. So this measurement is from the camera. People don't believe it's from the camera, but it's extracting green light from the video footage and looking at changes in pixel intensity, in the green light intensity, and so it can essentially amplify the blood rushing through your head. So that's just done through the camera alone. And then I'm just benchmarking it against the smartwatch, which meant to be more accurate. But then the smartwatch should be benchmarked against something else, against the chest strap. Then the chest strap should be benchmarked against like a, Holter monitor, whatever, the 9 or 12 lead ECG, and so on and so forth. So it's all approximation of stuff, isn't it? Isn't it? Approximation. Holter monitor is like a clinical grade wearable, but you actually stick whatever 9 or 12 ECG leads around the chest and then walk with it. But that's normally recording for like 12 hours, 24 hours. No, it's normally put like across the chest because you want, yeah, there's a diagram. It's also how it's changing over time. It doesn't matter what it is, at a very given moment. There's a whole other diagnostic value that you can get out of long-term monitoring. That's why the Holter monitor you record, like in the lab ECG, you will normally record for like an hour or so. With a Holter monitor, you will record for like 12 hours, 24 hours. I'm thinking from a camera we could do monitoring of how much someone have drank. No, but we can do like an video image recognition that will try and estimate how many drinks you had. Like recognize, estimate, do like a prediction. So say I don't know how many drinks you had, like 1 drink or 2 drinks or 3 drinks. Yeah, so I'll from your video can try doing like a train a model, a machine learning. Train a thing to essentially estimate how many drinks someone had. And that would be an interesting project. I'm sure someone have done it before. I'm sure someone have done this before. Wait a sec. There's another question. Wait, how you do? Doing part of my computer vision class and Muse 2 device. Yeah, we were talking about the wearables, EEG wearables yesterday. I don't have one. They have a camera, mouse. We're doing stuff with a mouse as well. We're doing stuff with the mouse. Can do a lot of stuff with what you already got, mouse video. I have to mute someone. Why is on this phone I don't see the full message? It's weird. Hi, how are you doing? Yesterday I wrote you about an academic project. Academic is good. Academic is always good. I'm doing as a part of my computer vision class. Computer vision is amazing. We love computer vision. We love computer vision. Doing as part of my computer vision class, I get the Muse 2 device for free to play around. Well, yeah, if someone wants to send a device for me to try out, go for it. I may may proceed with that idea to interact with the Meta Quest 3. Yeah, great ideas, great ideas. Sounds like I heard this before though. I actually, yeah, know someone who's doing this. Can send you the details or something. I have one development and research purposes. One for development and research purposes. Okay, didn't get that. I assume you have two of these devices or something. Two of these devices. Wait a sec. To mute there. Anyway, anyhow, if you want me to touch on any of the other tools on the website, do let me know. We have a lot more in the pipeline. We'll be doing development next week. We'll be doing more development next week. If you have any questions or any requests for what we should develop next? Do you have any requests for what we should develop next? Do you have any requests for what we should develop next? Does rhyme, doesn't it? Do you have any requests on what we should develop next? Some of the older tools might have a backend, which is something we don't do anymore. Trying to get rid of using a backend. Everything is working, should be working fine. If you simplify it enough, things do not have to be complicated. If you simplify it enough with just doing front end only. Only front end. Do you have any requests on what we should develop next? Some video editing at the moment as well. So looking at like all the streams. Looking at all the streams. looking at all the streams. So if you have any questions, go for it. Or if you have any requests on what we should develop next. If you have any requests on what we should develop next. If you have it. What do you think? Yeah, exactly. What do you think? If you have any requests, what are we developing? What are we developing now? We're doing that. Someone's actually asking in a comment to an older video if we can do an expression, a facial expression detector. So apparently it was already done. It's running okay-ish. We're trying it out. It's using face JS, what's called? Look the previous message. What do you think about what? What's the question? What's the question? I need a question. Even an AI model will get confused. No, an AI model will probably be able to pick up the question from what you said, but I need to copy paste the chat or something. You said a lot of things. There was no question mark. I'm just scanning for question marks. Couldn't see any. Therefore, I assume there was no questions. There were just comments. After you mean, what do you think is in developing next? That's an open question. That's an open question. That's an open question. Can do a lot of stuff with cameras, but then it kind of gets boring quickly. Could do some sort of hybrid simulations. Can send you another Muse 2 I have here. Do you think it will be useful? Again, I said like I think I said last time, if I had the Muse, it's a toy. I consider it's a toy. I don't consider it even a wearable. Like my Garmin is like can do something useful. Yeah, it's also a toy. Like the Garmin wearable, though, it's also a toy. So we regard it as that. Can it do something useful? Not really. I mean, I'm using it because it's giving me, because it's actually providing other, it has other added benefit, right? The smartwatch, like it shows me the time. I don't have to pull my phone out. I can actually pay Google Pay with the watch, so that's handy. The Muse cannot do it, as far as I know. You can wear it. It's easy to wear. You forget about it. You don't feel it. I don't think that's the case with the Muse. Again, you will feel it. It will annoy you quite a bit, and it doesn't have the added value of doing anything else except recording EEG. And I believe, like with this device, that so for example, this one recording PPG. So I have no idea how accurate it is. I don't think it is. So it's recording, blood oxygenation, unless I actually compared it. So when you send me the Muse, you have to send me like a clinical grade EEG recording device as well, which will cost thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. So would be really interesting to compare them side by side, but yeah, just the Muse with what it does. It will be a 10-minute video recording from it, 10-minute video pulling it apart. Pulling it apart, pulling it apart. And for receiving mail, I'll have to get a PO box, whatever, a post box. And it's not worth. I'll be paying more for the PO box than the cost of the Muse. How much does it cost anyway? If I was to order something, it'd probably be like a research grade device. So the what are they called? A research grade device, like GTEC or something. The usual suspects for a research grade. So get rid of the consumer grade, it's no good. A clinical grade is too expensive and you probably don't need that high quality signal anyway. Even if you get a clinical grade device, then you need a trained technician to set it up and review the data as well, which are also like separate things. So you need someone trained to put the device on, to put the electrodes away, so they actually work correctly. And then you need now someone to review the data for you or training models. But that's with a clinical grade. So the good compromise is research grade. So that would be whatever GTEC, many other companies making high quality research grade. You would probably still need someone setting it up for you, someone trained setting it up, putting the electrodes on. You need wet electrodes. Yeah, dry electrodes, they work for a little while, but then the signal quality drops significantly, so they become useless. Let's actually get a print screen of a good BPM reading. And it's the light is good. The light is okay. The light is okay. Try to make a good reading, but I have to not move for a while. It's hard not to move, is it? Oops. So I restarted the page by mistake. Not by mistake. We probably should have restarted the page. Uh, oh, Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Yeah, we can get a reading. Maybe the light in the room is not great or something. It also depend on the light outside, like ambient light in the room, stuff like that. Oh, my coffee is empty. I keep trying to drink from this cup and it's keep forgetting that it's empty. Oh. Yeah, if you have any specific questions, go for it. Hey, yes, I was repeating the same question. Yeah, I did read it. I don't know how to answer it. What does it say? Do you have some cancer cell simulation propagation tool? Could that be a use case for a new tool? Well, yes, it could be a use case for a new tool. Had some cell propagation. We had a game of life. Is game of life considered cell propagation? Not really. The game of life simulation. we can turn that into a cell simulation propagation tool, whatever. But we need someone like an expert. We need an expert in that field to do something like that, I reckon. So what are you an expert in? Cell propagation. We had a particle motion simulation. We haven't touched that one in a while. If you have any interesting questions about anything on the website, we did this particle simulation. They're just bouncing around. Can control number of particles, speed. Can reset simulation. That's pretty much it. So how do you turn something like that into a cell simulation propagation tool? Yeah, we'll need an expert on that one. Wait. If you have any requests for what we should develop next, do let us know. So we're actually talking to a lot of people, and it seems to me it would be a good idea to do like a webcam thing where you could like detect how many drinks you had, because you might forget, right? Yeah, right. So I'm saying you could go on this website, use a tool that will try and determine machine learning, whatever, um, to count drinks, without measuring the drinking motion or cans or whatever, but actually looking at your face from your facial expression, because to begin with, Yeah, I don't know. We can try. Maybe I can do it. I'm sure it can do something. It can apparently detect there are models like detecting your age. So that's actually probably relevant because your biological age will be different to your actual, health metric age. Because as soon as you keep drinking, your health estimated age, your age based on, like, say if you had like 100 clinicians, well, right, but we need like a data, we need to put it in perspective. So we're talking about, like, say 100 clinicians, medical trained, whatever, someone, guessing what your age is based on how you walk, how you whatever. So you can do it on camera, maybe just looking at your face. Yeah, so apparently before a model was detecting me like 10, 15 years older than I actually am. So that's quite unfortunate. Maybe if I shave or something. I'll, I don't drink. That helps. Helps a lot. Yeah, thanks for that. There's another model that's hallucinating. It's funny that when you wrote, when someone wait a second, just mute something. When someone is wrote that question, do you have some? Yeah, the beginning of the question is, do you have some cancer? And then it goes, cancer cells simulation preparation propagation tool. But to begin with, it says, do you have some cancer? Yeah. So that question needs rephrasing. We can turn it into a prompt for an AI model. See what we get. But, like, what follow-up questions do you need? What technique? Like when you do cell simulation propagation, like what do you need? What do you need to know? Do you need a data set? Can we synthesize? The main question is, like, can we? Because if we can generate synthetic data, then we can generate it ourselves as well. If we need a data set, that's a whole different story. Because then, if there's a pre-trained model that we can use, that probably are. But yeah, if you can send a link to a pre-trained model, then we can use that. That would be interesting as well. What else could you do? So yeah, the obvious questions. Yeah, so when doing cancer cell simulation propagation, it was like, are you targeting specific types of cells? Like how many? So what would you have on the front panel in terms of? So you'll have some sort of simulation how cancer spreads, grows, whatever. What controls would you need? And is it based on existing data, or is it being synthetic data? So in theory, from Game of Life, you could what currently in the game? Where's the Game of Life simulation that we had? Game of Life. Yeah, there's Game of Life. So if you haven't checked Game of Life, go check that one out. If you haven't seen it before, it will blow your mind. So that's a good one. Now in here we have, what do we have? Sand, water, rock, life. So can we add cancer? Is the cancer? We can add water. Can put some rock buffs. By the way, if we make like rock buffs like this, we can actually fill them with water and they create like an incubator. An incubator generates life. Can put water in this bedrock, bed of rocks, rock of beds. By using your tool webcam based, what about the stress or anxiety estimator? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Again, how do you narrow it down? We need to narrow it down quite a bit. We need to narrow down the question quite a bit. The question is, by using your tool webcam based, what about stress or anxiety estimator? So that's obviously estimator from the word mate, estimator. Yeah, obviously that's something we would love to do. Something that we will love to do, but we need a targeted, like a specific prompt. Like again, what are we basing it on? What is stress? What's how do you measure stress? So your heart rate can be an indicator for stress, doesn't it? So, so there it is. You can measure heart rate. You can measure stress. Anxiety is a whole different thing. How do you measure it anyway? How do you measure anxiety? How do you measure what? Right, there's the weird having sound issues. How do you measure anxiety? Ah, yes. So the previous question was, yeah, so if we had the cancer cells, so can we add cancer to, we have water, sand, rock, life. Where there is life, there probably is cancer as well, isn't there? What's that one says? By using a tool, webcam based, what about stress or anxiety estimator combines facial micro expressions slash heart rate variability via webcam PPG. Well, this is webcam PPG. So micro expressions, micro expressions like what? Like twitches in the face. Micro expressions, micro expressions, micro expressions. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. You think so? I think so too. Let's all agree. It'll be alright. It's all good. It's all good fun. All good fun. Game of life. Game of life. Oops. Oops, sorry. Was on mute. Sorry for that. Let's say it again. By using a tool, yep, webcam combines facial micro expressions. Yes, heart rate, yeah, great. Webcam PPG, yeah, well, this is trying to do PPG. The other thing with PPG, you could, in theory, from PPG extract whatever is systolic, upper, lower pressure, but only if you have that. I think it's only if you have that dichrotic notch in your signal. But with this signal, I'm not sure if we have it. I'm not sure if we have it or not. I think sometimes we might. Otherwise, if we don't. Where's my desktop pictures, screenshots? Took a screenshot before of a good. Yes, I'm not sure if we can. So from this one. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a dichrotic notch in there or not. Really not sure. I think I saw it some other times. It was actually visible there. And what else? Pupil dilation and gaze tracking to estimate mental effort via webcam. So yeah, so that's great. Pupil dilation is great. We have a webcam pupil thingy going on as well. By the way, we do have it. So this one will find your face. It will find your face. Wherever you are, it will find you. It will find your face. Find your eyes within the face, obviously. Yeah, so that's overlaid. It will find your eyes within the face, and then within the eyes, it will find the darkest bit. So you can actually adjust with this web app. You can actually adjust the darkest bit so it works better or worse. Depends how you tune it up for your own setup. It currently kind of works. I think it works better for one eye than the other, which is okay. Well, considering it's a webcam, you have some eye tracking solutions that cost like an arm and a leg. That cost an arm and a leg. Yeah, so yeah, sorry. Wait, we have to mute someone. Sorry. Anyhow, yeah, so for what did you say, for mental effort? Well, we need the mental effort, which we could use like optical illusions for. So essentially we could use one of those optical illusions and increase the, what happened? Oh, on this browser the speed actually goes to 0, which is good. No, because I was trying it on the now browser and the speed all the way down was not going to 0. So this, yeah, I don't know if you know this optical illusion. So it can be, oh, yeah, now it's not tracking my pupil. It's not tracking my people. Why is it not tracking my people? Anyhow, I don't know if you know this circle illusion, optical illusion, which is did you say circular illusion? Yeah, it is a circle illusion because it's these things go in a circle. I need to see if they moving in a linear fashion or not. Because if like two thing is, how about facial asymmetry and stroke screen? Quick pre-diagnostic tool for neurological assessment. We will need a baseline for that one. Need a baseline. Because maybe someone's face is asymmetrical to begin with. You don't want to overdiagnose them, do you? No, it's not funny. I'm not joking, but yeah, it's not funny. No, but it is funny that you can make some very basic mistakes and do quite a bit of damage. So but yeah, keep jumping around between different topics. There's some great suggestions there. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great suggestions there. And we had a subscriber as well, so thank you for that as well. Yes, so back to the mental effort. I was saying that you could, and there will be papers on all this, but just reiterating that you need to actually be able to change mental effort. You know, if you wanted to test your system, you know, that pupil dilation actually has an effect. Well, then you need something to test it with. So how do you? I'm saying potentially you could use optical illusion, and you know, the harder or the easier it is to see the illusion. Well, we had a better one for this purpose. Maybe this chaser. Yeah, it's called lilac chaser. I don't know if you can see. Can you see a green dot there? If you do, oh, you have to look at the square in the middle. To look at the square, focus on the square. You should see a green circle, which is obviously not there. So I'm just saying, with the mental load, you can change your mental load by making the illusion like easier or harder to see. Maybe this, I suspect something like this was done. There will be literature on it. There will be literature on it. There will be literature on it. What else? Good questions. Great suggestions. Brainstorming is great. You can measure your mental load during brainstorming. That would be nice as well. But how do you put like a number? How do you put a number to it? How do you put the number? To put the number. But yeah, great conversation. What is it? Can't see it properly. Is either too small on my phone or hidden on my. Hand tremor or stability analyzer. How it works. Track small oscillations in head position when extended. That's a great idea. Was it done before? I suspect all of these things were done before. Once you start digging into things like that, you quickly discover that it was done like a million of times. And it's either didn't work or it works so well that you know, it's available already for everyone. But yeah, some really good ideas there. Thank you very much. I think what was before we're talking about mental effort. I think my brain is brain is mentally overloaded. Overloaded. But yeah, we have to turn it into prompts. How do you turn it into prompt and give it to a language model to actually develop the thing? And you can do it yourself. Can do it yourself. Can do it yourself. But yeah, let me know if you have any more ideas. We're happy to add them to the list. Turn it into a prompt. You can turn this conversation now into a prompt. You can do it fairly quickly. Maybe I'll try it next week. Yeah, I'll take your ideas. They won't disappear on me, are they? I just copied the chat. Let's copy the chat, give it to Perplexity or something. I'll put it in text editor first. Because I have a whole list of prompts for like how to develop a web application. Yeah. Was it B2Holics? B2Holics? Someone's just saying that yeah, no one believes it actually works, but someone's saying it does work. It's my prompt list. Ooh. I need to edit it first. Let's use Gemini 2.5. Not 2.5, 2.5 Flash. Add the last one as well. And the last one as well. Temperature or fever indicator via thermal approximation. Well, you need a thermal camera then, don't you? If anyone gonna send me a thermal camera, go for it. I can send you the specs of which one I want. Yeah, you could do a lot with thermal imaging. Thermal imaging. Do a lot with thermal imaging. Oh, I think I know why my system was freezing before. Can you extract the main ideas from this conversation above? Extract the main ideas. Give me a list of ideas and give me like a title and then a short description of what the idea is. Yeah, lots of ideas, lots of ideas. Love it, love it. Even without an infrared camera, the webcam can detect relative skin temperature by analyzing the color distribution. Uh, does it? I mean, I believe it. I mean, color distribution. Temperature of what? What's the of human body? Yeah, you could. The color you mean color distribution of the skin? Yeah, especially in the forehead and cheek regions. When a person's temperature rises, subtle shifts in redness and brightness occur due to increased blood flow. Okay, so how would it be different to PPG, like to this? I mean, I know it's different because you're extracting temperature out of it, but how is it like algorithm wise different from what we're doing right now? I will add it to the list. Happy to add it to the list. Oh, this is from Dr. J. So it's good we have a real brainstorming session right now. Wow, wow. Hey, can we add this more ideas as described below to the list above? Not sure be that way, but anyhow. Okay, so what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 ideas. 6 ideas. Temperature or fever indicator via thermal approximation, stress and anxiety estimator, mental effort estimator, facial asymmetry, and stroke screening, hand tremor, or stability analyzer. That probably, which one would be more promising? Probably the hand tremor. A cancer cell propagation simulator. Yeah, for the last one, the cancer cell propagation estimator will need an expert. So if anyone actually knows cell stuff, we're more than happy to make an application. Yeah, we were doing something with an expert before. We actually ended up with like a very large data set. It wasn't cancer cell, but it was related. Yeah, everything is related to everything kind of thing. Yeah, so it depends who's the expert and yeah, how you approach it kind of thing. But let's see, and then or regression model trained on labeled data, normal versus elevated temperature. But that has to be individual. How do you calibrate it for an individual? A convolutional neural network or regression model trained on labeled data, normal versus elevated temperature, learns to approximate temperature from RGB input. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, very interesting. I'm just thinking it's either been done or it doesn't work, because it's like one of those obvious things to do. Just add more. Just add this info to the table. So we'll have a table. Currently we have like six things. Six things. I'm more concerned about the gain of my microphone being reduced every time. Now it should be better. So I don't have to come too close to the microphone or what do we have? Temperature or fever indicator via thermal approximation, stress and anxiety estimator, mental effort estimator, facial asymmetry for stroke screening. That one will need a lot of disclaimers. What else we've got? A hand tremor or stability analyzer. That's actually not too bad. It's not too chubby. Could do that. A cancer cell propagation simulator. Yeah, that last one. Yeah, there are probably things like that been done a lot. So we just leave it in the wish for basket. If we do have an expert who knows anything about it, we have an expert. Yay! We can bring you live. We can bring an expert live. Let's actually try it. We'll bring someone live. So someone raised the hand for being a cancer cell propagation simulator expert.
So, good evening. Upon the loss of cell control and propaganda, good Lord, it's all falling out of my mouth. Propagation of cell from
Yeah, we don't want propaganda. We want
prophase,
propagation of
metaphase,
cells.
anaphase to telophase. Yes, no, but the simulation is actually the same.
Okay, we lost the expert. we had an expert there and we lost him. Bow. And it wasn't even an AI expert, it was a real human expert. It was a real human expert, what do you know? But we lost them. We lost the expert. What's that? I think we could enhance accuracy by combining it with face detection and lighting normalization techniques. Yeah, so this tool right now could use some lighting normalization. And that's been done a lot. I've seen stuff like that. Yeah, we'll add it to the prompt, update the thing. Oh, we also have a list of ideas and projects. That's some nonsense. Wait. Yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we just need to turn it into prompts and Bob's your uncle. Just work perfectly well because whatever Gemini. Currently, we're mainly relying on the Gemini primarily. Primarily Gemini. This is a no development Friday. Normally we develop during the streams. Not right now. Not right now. Does hand tremor or stability analysis could be used for Parkinson's tracking? Well, that's the thing that I was saying. We need a lot of disclaimers because the which one was it? The facial asymmetry for stroke screening. Yeah, so we would not be ideal. We would not be using any of those words. So we don't want to use like stroke or Parkinson's. Well, we can talk about it, but we're not going to be using it in the tool itself. So it has to be like independent from it. Yeah, because tremor hand stability could be used for anything. When you whatever doing a drawing or something, you need a stable hand. Surgeons could use a stable hand as well, couldn't they? But but once you mention Parkinson's, what are you suggesting? You can be doing like a diagnosis or something, and we do not want to go there. It's a shaky grounds. We have some surgical simulators. This cochlear implant insertion thingy, where you can actually insert the cochlear implant. If you actually use this tool, you can tell your parents that you are a surgeon. Because you actually inserted the cochlear implant into a digital inner ear. How good is that? If you use this tool, by the way, I'm happy to issue you a BioniChaos certificate. Saying I am a ENT surgeon now. A virtual one. With all the disclaimers, obviously. Do not touch any human patients. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about that have to be careful about. When mentioning whatever Parkinson's, stroke, you have to make huge disclaimers because patients are quite vulnerable. You don't want to disillusion anyone in believing something actually works or helps or whatever. But yeah, I might finish for today. I actually need to grab lunch. I can leave it there. We can continue I can keep it live. Yeah, I was just telling someone how you have those like Zoom calls where there's like a presentation or something, and then when the social bit starts, it only starts in the flash and just gets cut out for the online people. I was saying, well, you don't know if someone couldn't actually be there in person because they're like on a wheelchair or there's no accessibility or something, or if they actually need the online bit, if maybe they are in person at the venue but they could still use the online bit just to hear better or something through the microphones, whatever, so you can use their device to listen. I do it sometimes, so I'll have if it's a hybrid event, I'll just have the phone, tuned in, and I'm just listening to the thing through my earbuds. So you're using it like a hearing aid essentially. You can hear much better quality signal. You can hear much better quality signal. So now we can keep this chat running, especially because there's such a great brainstorming session going on. But I'll need to go grab some coffee, something to eat. Technically speaking, logistic regression (SVM) for normal versus tremor, something like that. Really great ideas. Yeah, implementation. For me, it's like implementation is key. It's like, yeah, there's no shortage of ideas. And a lot of the bots can probably do it, if you turn it into good prompts. So the next thing, so now we have a table of like a title of the project. So based on computer vision biometric data, that's great. We have a title of the project and some description. Next column should be a prompt. So for whatever called web application development model, which is like a language model, to actually generate a web application. And we are happy to host it on our site. I'll come back in a sec. We'll continue. Let me know if I'll edit everything you say to the prompts, so we can make them better. Yeah, the respiration rate idea is not bad because you could use the same thing that I'm doing right now, the camera amplification thing, to detect motion. Yeah, so there are videos of it. So when there's a subject not moving, so like a baby in a crib or something, and then they fall sound asleep, so you can actually see the chest is being amplified because that's where the motion is. Yeah, Dr. J makes a lot of sense. That's great. It's good to have an expert in. It's good to have an expert in the room. So someone is asking what simulations we are doing right now. So we're doing lots, doing lots of simulations, This one is doing your heart rate monitoring from the camera. But then someone is suggesting respiration rate detection. So that could be using the same like amplification. But instead of extracting green light, you'll be amplifying motion. So we are live streaming all the development process, and right now. Oh. Yeah, so we're developing live all these tools that will make eventually go. We develop them live on YouTube. Then they go onto our website. And sorry for the ads. Sorry for the ads. Yeah, let's go over to the chat quick. The chat is really going today. That's great. It's great to see. Great to see. Chat is going. Chat is going. Yeah, I wonder if wherever there is life, there is also cancer and viruses and stuff. So I wonder if you can take a basic game of life. Currently, we have sand, water, rock, life, obviously, because it's a game of life. But then we can add COVID. So add viral infections. Probably be red something. A red viral infection. Oh, by the way, this one. So this is a special case of the original. It's not the original. It's a better version. Well, obviously, I'll say it because I'm biased, but this one continuously generates life around water. So when you have water, you can see over here and there, there's like an incubator. So like build an incubator, be there, floating gardens of incubation. Floating gardens of incubation. Can make another one. Let's build it around here so we also break that silly pattern there. Just get rid of that. Fill it with water. Fill it with water. Oop, one drop. Oh, we have a problem that incubator will be leaking. We don't want it leaking, do we? We can fill it with water. Well, now it's leaking on the other side. Let's fill it up. So yeah, so wherever there is life, there will be also all these other things. There will be viruses. There would be also tremor, viral infections, stroke. Respiration, the thing life should be breathing as well. It should look more like breathing as opposed to just like jumping around. But that's the thing with like the game of life is just such a simple algorithm. What's called emergent behavior, when you have very basic rules and life is emerging out of it. Well, that's an illusion, obviously. Or like LLMs. It's also an illusion of intelligence, because we don't know what intelligence actually is, so. Bring a bot. Should we bring a bot to the chat? Okay, so I have some ideas for a project. Let me know. We have some ideas for a project. Let me know what you think. So I'll just tell you what the ideas are, and we will go from there. So have a temperature or fever indicator via thermal approximation, stress or anxiety estimator through camera, via webcam, PPG, or voice. Voice. We haven't done voice. Can you add like also voice? Can diagnose a lot of things from voice, can't you? Mental effort estimator, facial asymmetry for stroke screening, and hand tremor stability for Parkinson's. What do you think of those? And which one's better? Just choose one.
Those are interesting ideas. If I were to pick one with strong potential impact, I suggest going with a stress or anxiety estimator through webcam, PPG, or voice. It's highly relevant and useful for many people.
Sorry, say that again and expand on it.
Sure thing. I recommend focusing on a stress or anxiety estimator, which can analyze either webcam input, photoplethysmography, PPG, or voice to estimate stress levels. This can be valuable for mental well-being apps, wearable devices, or healthcare tools, helping users monitor their stress in real time.
Okay, so we know what it's helpful for. How would you actually? Well, what things do you need to consider? Like any ethical concerns?
When developing a stress or anxiety estimator, consider privacy and consent, ensuring users know how their data is used. Also, be mindful of accuracy. Misinterpretations can lead to undue stress. It's crucial to ensure fairness and avoid biases in your algorithms as well. Sure, for each idea, a temperature or fever indicator would need precise thermal sensors and calibration. A stress or anxiety estimator should factor in multiple inputs like voice and webcam and use validated models. A mental effort estimator would analyze cognitive load from voice or input patterns. Facial asymmetry for stroke screening would require robust facial analysis models. and hand tremor stability for Parkinson's would need fine motor control detection. Each has specific technical and ethical considerations. Let's start with a temperature or fever indicator. It's based on infrared thermography, IRT, which can estimate body temperature with moderate accuracy, sensitivity and specificity around 0.7 to 0.8. It uses facial regions, like the forehead, to calculate temperatures and detect fevers. For more details, check the full article at the NIH, pmc.ncbi.nlm.gov, articles PMC 7486. Sure thing. A temperature or fever indicator involves measuring surface temperatures, often with infrared sensors, and applying algorithms to detect fevers. Key considerations include accuracy, calibration, privacy, and usability in various environments like hospitals or public spaces. Calibration involves setting reference points using known temperatures, like body temperature, 37 degrees C, and normal room temperature, then adjusting the sensor readings to match those known values. You also need periodic recalibration for accuracy over time, especially if the device is used frequently or in variable conditions. Proper documentation of calibration procedures is also crucial for compliance. Typically, you don't need individual calibration. Instead, you calibrate the device against standard reference temperatures, ensuring it's accurate for all users. Once properly calibrated, it provides consistent readings for anyone. Individual recalibration isn't necessary. Sure, stress or anxiety estimators, using webcam, PPG, or voice, require minimal calibration, mainly to ensure the input devices are consistent. Mental effort estimators need baseline data from users, but not strict calibration. Facial asymmetry and hand tremor tools also need baseline calibrations for accuracy, but not individual recalibration. Generally, once set up, these tools remain broadly applicable.
Okay, so that's perplexity. Is it talking nonsense or does it know what it's talking about? Yeah, everyone's research is focused on technical performance optimization. That will be everyone under the sun. Sorry for that.
Of course. Here it is step by step. 1. Define your tool like a stress estimator or fever indicator.
Yeah, that's
2.
perplexity.
Calibrate it with standard reference points. 3. Validate accuracy with test data. 4. Deploy and monitor performance. 5.
Yeah.
Periodically
Monitor
recalibrate
performance.
as needed. No individual recalibration is required. Would you like to continue with another step or dive deeper into any part?
Yeah. Hey, can you repeat the list of ideas that we had?
Sure. The ideas you mentioned: 1. A temperature or fever indicator. 2. A stress or anxiety estimator. 3. A mental effort estimator. 4. Facial asymmetry for stroke screening. 5. Hand tremor stability for Parkinson's. That's the full list.
Which one do you like best?
I think the stress or anxiety estimator is the most impactful, as it can help monitor mental well-being in real time for users.
Nah, that will be the hardest one to do, isn't it? Because how do you measure stress, really?
You're right, it's challenging. Measuring stress involves analyzing physiological signals, like voice tone, heart rate, PPG, or facial expressions, and applying machine learning models to interpret them. It's complex, but feasible with data and robust algorithms.
How about the tremor? The hand tremor?
Hand tremor detection involves capturing fine motor control using video or sensors, then analyzing movement patterns with signal processing or machine learning. It's simpler than stress estimation, but still requires careful calibration and testing for accuracy.
How do you calibrate it, and how do you establish a baseline?
To calibrate hand tremor detection, use known movements, like steady hands or deliberate tremors, to set baseline motion levels. Then, apply algorithms to detect deviations from this baseline, indicating tremors. Regular testing helps ensure ongoing accuracy.
Any other technical issues? Can you also rate the ideas we had, dampen them by complexity?
Sure thing. Here's a rough complexity ranking from simpler to more complex. 1. Temperature or fever indicator. 2. Hand tremor stability. 3. Facial asymmetry for stroke screening. 4. Mental effort estimator. 5. Stress or anxiety estimator. Would you like to delve deeper into any specific idea or need further help?
Wait, we'll do the ranking again? I wasn't listening.
Sure. The complexity ranking is 1. Temperature or fever indicator. 2. Hand tremor stability. 3. Facial asymmetry for stroke screening. 4. Mental effort estimator. 5. Stress or anxiety estimator. Let me know if you'd like more details on any of them.
Okay, we actually need to see it. We'll add it to... one sec. Yeah, if you... one sec. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, if you had any questions... go for it. Go for the chat. Something's crazy. Yeah, let's move on. So we will add that list to YOLO. Wasn't YOLO trained on whatever, cats and dogs? So how's it gonna be relevant for tremor? I mean, tremor is just pixels. We can do pixels on the screen. You put your hand, it you know, puts the thing around it. Puts the finger. It puts the things around it, and then you see the pixel variation. Motion, detecting motion from pixels or something. Why do you need YOLO? Why do you need YOLO? Why do you need YOLO? Right, yellow for breathing. For breathing again, pixel amplification, like you're doing like a microscope, like we're doing here with the color, a green color, to measure blood heart rate. So we'll be doing again for pixels, for motion. I think. Crazy that Perplexity doesn't save when you voice chat with it. It doesn't store anything. It's weird. We need to but surely it is there somewhere. Can export. It's PDF, what? Exporting thread. No, it's empty. Perplexity fail. Hey, can you write a summary of the conversation we had? And also do the ranking. So do the complexity ranking of the original ideas that we discussed. Why do I have a feeling it didn't lose all the information, did it? Right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rank should be his rank. A stress measurement. Oh, complexity though, okay. High. A Parkinson motion and tremor detection, high to medium. A facial asymmetry detection for stroke, medium. Why is that medium? The baseline for that would be crazy. What if your face is asymmetrical to begin with? A calibration standardization across tools. Ethical risk. What? Where did it get that from? Yeah, it's hallucinating on me a bit. Original ideas. Yeah, perplexity. Anyway, with that, not having any traffic on our website. We might continue this next time. Yeah, we got the ideas. We got like 6 ideas from memory. We'll put them in the list. We'll put like complexity. We'll prioritize them and make an out column for prompts, and we'll go from there and just give it to different LLMs to actually generate the web application, because we're not doing any coding. Well, not on this channel. And let me know if there's any final questions, and we call it a day for now. Thanks for the chat. The chat was amazing. Yeah, I'll make a copy the chat just so I don't lose it. Sometimes I lose things. And I haven't updated chat. If you can update your response based on the entire chat. And also, we had, what is it, 6 or 7 ideas, whatever. If you can rank them by complexity level, and also start adding a column for prompt, for a technical prompt for a developer with no code. Like the text should have no code, but a prompt essentially for a developer to develop a web application, JavaScript based, front end only, no backend web application. We will have a detailed prompt for it that we are using normally. Just update the list, and we'll go from there. Anyhow, I can keep the chat going if interested. With like the game of life or something. Or something on it. Don't forget to smash this big thumbs up button. Needs more vectors, doesn't it? This one needs more vectors. A big thumbs up. Big thumbs up. Happy to leave the chat going. If there are any more ideas, we can add them to the list later on. Thank you very much. Cancel on vision. Yep. Some more cool ideas coming. This is awesome. This is amazing. 3 ideas. Well, I reckon the best ideas are free, aren't they? I don't know. Some people might disagree. You can isolate exactly the chest shoulder region where breathing happens. Yeah, ROI. That's what we're doing for the BPM measurement right now. Regardless of body position or minor movement. Well, yeah, that's what we were trying to do here. Obviously, can be improved. But yeah, there's kind of mixed thing. I still don't know why would you need YOLO. I don't know what this was trained on, but why wouldn't you just do pixel amplification and detection, more basic? Why do you need a model for that to begin with? Like, yeah, why can't it be done like this one with the bits per minute, where you essentially just monitor the changes in green color, so the RGB, and looking at the fluctuation of the green color to detect your blood flowing through the face. So same for chest amplification. You just do pixel by pixel type of analysis. Want you? Uh, yeah, I'll keep the chat going. I'll check it out later. Add it to our prompts to improve the ideas table. Yeah, so I'm reading the chat. You can put some AI music on as well for your liking. Did we have what were we using? Music effects DJ. Music effects DJ. Let's see. That's a bit annoying. This is a bit better. Hope you like the music. I'll be back in a sec.